Hey guys, it's Brendan. So people blow me up about this gas thing still. What I'll tell you is this. General Motors is only going to be addressing one of the reasons why the gasoline ignites. They're not going to be addressing the other two. There's a total of three. They think we're all stupid, and I'll agree, there's a lot of you who are pretty fucking stupid. But the point is, all these people giving advice online that if you stand next to the pump, it's not going to happen. Take screenshots of those people's names, because you can add them to the class action when a human being gets melted. Because I can assure you one thing, it's not going to make one bit of a fucking difference, especially on the other two reasons why it ignites. And I'm not going to get into details. This is General Motors' job to solve this problem, and I'm in the process literally of solving it myself. And there's a bunch of wannabe Corvette shops and shit who steal my ideas and run with them. They're not wannabe shops, they're shops. They're got good businesses, but they just think that they're entitled to steal my ideas and that I'm not owed a thing. So anyway, I'm in the process of solving all three of the problems. I know what the solutions are. I think General Motors knows what the solutions are, but they're too cheap to implement the other two, to solve the other two problems. But I just want to be very clear, to clear my own conscience. Standing next to the car is not going to solve the problem. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't sit there and click the gas thing over and over and over to get gas to spill. Shouldn't matter. Shouldn't be a fire hazard when you do that, but it is on the C8. So don't do that, obviously. But these people sit there telling you, oh, if you would have just stood there, that would have never happened. You'd be part of the fucking fire. You'd be another third-degree burn statistic for the C8, because it's happened to many people. It's happened to GM engineers, guys, who've wrecked the cars. So, just screenshot these people, man. Because I promise you, there's going to be a human being at some point. It's just a mathematical certainty. It's going to happen. There's going to be somebody standing there next to the pump who goes up in flames. And assuming GM doesn't get to him, to silence them and settle with them first, which GM will probably do because they don't want that out there. But if somebody ever, gets flamed, I highly advise you guys don't just settle with GM for peanuts, because it's a serious issue, especially now that GM's been warned that it's an issue, and they know it's an issue, and they're investigating it. So when they come out with this half-assed solution, now they're in more trouble when somebody gets burnt than before. Before they could plead ignorant. Now they can no longer plead ignorant, because now they've had a big case study on the whole situation. They can no longer plead ignorant. So, and I just want to be clear. The stingrays, it can happen to. Not in all three ways, like it can the C8 z06 and the C8 zr1, the 1064 car. Not in all ways. But it can still happen on the Z07 package cars and even the non-Z51 cars. The E-Rays, it can still happen on all of them. So, I'll get into more details here once I have the products and can, but I'm just being blunt with you guys. Standing right next to the car is not a solution. Pulling in, again, it shouldn't be a fire hazard to pull a car in above gasoline if there's already gas spilled. But if you're at a gas pump and there's already gas spilled and you have a C8, you need to get the fuck away from that pump. I'm just going to be real with you. That's one of the ways this happens. I'm not going to get into the details of why. I've already given enough clues. But just know there is a solution. And there's a better solution than I even explained the other day when I said you have the fan shut off. There's an even better solution that I figured out. So, that's all I got, really. But I'm making progress on all these things, I promise you. See ya.